Hello and welcome to day 8 of the 12 days of yoga. We have a waxing gibbous in the sign of Gemini today. Gemini is the sign of communication, so that is our theme for the next 2 days, communication. And we're just going to be working with how we communicate with others. How do we listen and how do we speak? So are we listening? Are we being present when we're listening? Are we speaking with clarity? Are we speaking effectively, efficiently? When the moon is transiting Gemini, we may feel the urge to communicate more with others. We may feel like we want to talk and express ourselves. We can also tend to have an analytical lens. We can also tend to have more of an analytical thinking mind during this time, which can cause some emotional detachment. So just be aware of that as you are moving through the next 2 days. Gemini rules over the hands, the arms, the fingers, and the nervous system. So that's where we're going to be working with in our flow today. We are going to have a vinyasa flow. It's not going to be super intense. We're going to warm up the body a little bit because we are in a waxing phase. So we're going towards the full moon. So this is more of a higher energy time. We had a restorative practice couple days ago. So we kind of rested and now we're going to keep building up to that full moon. I am going to be using blocks today. So if you have blocks, grab those. If you don't, again, anything block shape will work. I also have the playlist in the description below that you can listen to while we practice. So go ahead and grab your things and let's meet on the mat. If you are going to listen to the playlist while you practice, you may go ahead and start that now. We're going to begin in Sukhasana. You can begin with a block underneath the sit bones. This can allow for a little bit more room for the diaphragm during our grounding breath work. Hands can come to the knees, the lap, maybe one to the heart, maybe one to the belly, wherever you feel most comfortable today. And we're going to close the eyes or soften the gaze and just begin to drop into the body, not changing the breath, just being with your natural breath. Allow the day to drop away as you become present here in the moment on your mat. If any thoughts arise in the mind, simply note them and allow them to pass you by. Begin to deepen your breaths in and out through the nose. On your inhales, draw the breath all the way down to the low belly, filling the belly, the chest, all the way up to the bottom of the throat. And as you exhale, begin by emptying out the bottom of the throat, the chest, the belly, all the way down to the low belly. Continue with this breath. Allow the sit bones to grow heavy into the earth, grounding you, supporting you. Imagine a bright blue light at the bottom of the throat. This is where your throat chakra is located. And from this center, know that you can communicate clearly and confidently. The next breath we take will be the deepest breath we've taken all day. In through the nose. Pause at the top. Take another sip of air. Open the mouth and sigh it out. If you had your eyes closed, you can blink them open. I'm going to set my block that I was sitting on over to the side. We're going to stay in Sukhasana, but maybe we switch the legs up just to give a little balance between the two legs. We're going to inhale, grow tall through the crown of the head. Inhale the arms up to the sky. We're going to exhale. We're going to take the right hand down to the earth. And we're going to inhale the left arm over to the right for a nice side body stretch. Exhale, left hand comes to the mat. Right hand inhales over to the left. Exhale, switch. Right hand to the earth. Left hand over to the right. Exhale, switch. Ground the left. Inhale the right. Exhale, switch. We're going to do one more round on each side. And meet at center. We're going to take a round of eagle arms. So inhale, arms out to a T. We're going to exhale. We're going to hug in the body, right arm on top of left. Give yourself a nice little hug. We're going to find eagle arms. So option here to find your eagle arm bind. So the right arm comes around the front of the left and palms meet. If this is not accessible, you can don't wrap that right arm around, just have the back of the hands come to meet in front of the face. So pick whichever variation works best for you today. We're going to take the shoulders away from the ears, pushing them away. And we're going to inhale the arms up and the gaze goes up. Just a little bit, not too much. And exhale, slightly round through the back, bringing the arms closer to the earth. Inhale, arms come back up, gaze goes to the sky. And exhale, slightly round through the back. Take another round to your own breath. Come back through center. We're going to unwind the arms, come back out to a T. We're going to interlace the hands behind the back. We'll take a bind over to the right. So we bring the arms over to the right side of the body. We're going to squeeze that right elbow back. And we're going to take the head over to the left shoulder. Again, pulling the shoulders away from the ears. If this is not accessible to you, you can't find the spine, you can always release the bind, bring the right arm straight down, and just grab that arm with the left hand. So whichever you need to take is what you take today. Our practices are only for ourselves. So we meet ourselves where we are in the moment. Come, bring the head back through center. Release the bind. Inhale the arms out for a T. And we're going to take another hug, left arm on top of right this time. Another moment in your hug. We're going to find eagle arms. So left arm is going to wrap in front of the right for palms coming together, or again, back of the hands can meet. Pulling the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to inhale the arms, come up, gaze goes up to the sky, and exhale, round through the back. Just slightly. We're not going to exaggerate this movement too much. Inhale, coming back up, and exhale, rounding. One more round to your own breath. Come back through center. We're going to unwind the arms out to a T. Bring the arms to the back. Interlace the fingers. We're going to bring our bind over to the left side of the body. And we're going to squeeze that left elbow in to the midline. Again, if this is not accessible for you, you can straighten that left arm and just use your right hand to grab onto that left arm. We're going to take the head over to the right shoulder. We're also pulling the shoulders down away from the ears. Just breathing here. I'm going to bring the head back through center. Bring the hands back behind the low back and release. I'm just going to give another little hug here. You don't really typically find this posture very often. So it's nice to give yourself a little bit of that self-love. We're going to turn to face the top of our mat. We're going to tuck the feet, roll over to tabletop, or just find tabletop however you wish. We're going to find a couple of cat-cows, but we're going to add in our child's pose variation. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, look to the sky for cow. Exhale, round through the back, drop the head for cat, and drop the sit bones back towards the heels for a variation of child's pose. On the inhale, rolling up for cow, and exhale, rounding for cat, and sinking back to our child's pose. Again, rolling for cow, Exhaling for cat and child's pose. Take 3 more rounds just like that to your own breath. The end of your 3rd round, you're going to widen the knees and sink down into your child's pose. Take a moment here in your child's pose to let the heart melt forward into the earth. Allow the forehead to be heavy in the earth as well. Maybe moving the head back and forth, giving the third eye a little massage. Take a moment to connect with your throat chakra here. Connecting with your voice. And remember that communicating with ourselves is also important. Are you listening to your body? Are you listening to yourself? Take this practice as an exercise in listening to the body. You take whichever posture that you need, that your body needs. We're going to inhale, look to the top of the mat. Walk the hands over to the right. Stack the left hand on top of the right. Pull that left hip back in space for a nice left side body stretch. Inhale, look to the top. Walk the hands as you exhale over to the left. Right stacks on top of left hand. Pull that right hip back in space. And breathe here into that right side body. Inhale, look to the top, and exhale, walk back through center. Take another moment here in your child's pose. We're going to inhale back up to tabletop. Taking your time. We're going to find a little bit of a wrist stretch here. So we're going to turn the hands so that the fingers are pointing towards the knees. And just very gently and slowly, we're going to move the body, move the sit bones back towards the heels, just enough to where you can really feel it. We're not going to go too far. Listen to your body. Just so that you feel that wrist stretch. Very gently and slowly, we're going to come back forward. And one hand at a time, going to release. Go ahead and give them a little circle out. And come back to your tabletop. We're going to inhale the right arm up to the sky. And exhale, we're going to thread the needle underneath the left arm and bring the left hand up to the top of the mat. Breathing here. Bring the left hand back underneath the shoulder. Inhale, pushing up and bringing that right arm back to the sky. Right hand comes to the earth. We're going to inhale the left hand up to the sky. Exhale, thread it underneath the right arm. Bringing that head to the earth. Right hand is going to travel to the top of the mat. Breathing here. We're going to bring the right hand back underneath the shoulder. Inhale, pushing all the way up. Left hand comes to the sky and back to the earth. We're going to make our way down to the belly. So slowly coming to the belly. And we're going to find a couple of cobras. So the hands are going to come back to where the ribs start. We're going to tuck the elbows in. So maybe the fingertips kind of come out towards the sides of the mat. And we're going to start with baby cobra and work our way up to a full cobra. So inhale up for baby cobra. And exhale, release. Inhale just a little bit more of a baby cobra. And exhale, release. Now we're going to go full cobra. So inhale all the way up for cobra. Take a moment here. Exhale, release. Now we're going to take the hands off the mat and off to the sides for our dancing cobra. So we kind of tent the hands so we're on the fingertips. We're going to inhale up for cobra. Now you don't have to be all the way up. You can be all the way down here, wherever you need to be today. And we're just going to dip the shoulders one at a time for dancing cobra. Come back through center and release all the way down. Now we're going to take the right arm out to a T. The sole of the left foot is going to come to the sky, and we're going to twist over to the right, bringing that left foot down onto the earth. This is too intense. You can always back off, coming closer to the belly. We're going to come back through center. We're going to take the left arm out to a T. Right sole of the foot comes to the sky. And we're going to roll to the left, bringing that right foot to the earth. Or again, if it's too much, you can always back off, rolling closer to the belly. Again, we're listening to the body, communicating with ourselves of what we need in this present moment. Roll back through center. We're going to bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. Forearms are on the earth. We're going to engage the legs, looking towards the top of the mat. Shoulders are away from the ears for Sphinx pose. And release, coming all the way down. We're going to inhale, come back up to tabletop. We're going to find puppy pose. So a lot like child's pose, but the sit bones stay up in the air. So walk the hands towards the top of the mat. The forehead can come to the mat, or the chin can come to the mat. The chin to the mat is a little bit more intense. You can always find a block to the forehead to bring the earth a little bit closer to you if you need it. You're going to inhale, coming back through tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes and lift the sit bones up and back for our first down dog of the practice. Now go ahead and pedal it out to really get into that down dog. Maybe you shake the head yes and no. Working on that communication. We're going to walk the hands back towards the feet for a forward fold. Now again, your forward fold does not have to be straight-legged. You can have a little bend in that knee, especially if you have low back pain. That's definitely going to help with your forward folds. You can always have blocks on the hands to help you bring the earth a little bit closer. Forward fold does not have to look a certain type of way. Just need to make sure that you are getting the same sensation. We're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Arms come above the head for Tadasana. Exhale for cactus. Taking a tiny little back bend here. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, swan dive. All the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, place the hands. Exhale, we're going to walk the hands back to the top of the mat for down dog. Take a moment in your down dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, we're going to walk the feet all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up for Tadasana. Exhale, cactus. Inhale through center. Exhale, swan dive for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, place the hands. Exhale, step it back for down dog. Take a moment in your down dog. Maybe notice how different this down dog feels from your very first. We're going to inhale, look to the back of the mat. Exhale, walk the hands to the back of the mat for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up for Tadasana. Exhale, cactus. Inhale for Tadasana. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, place the hands. Exhale, walk the hands up for down dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, walk the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up for Tadasana. Hands come through heart center. Now we're going to shift our weight over to the left leg and inhale the right leg up for one leg Tadasana. Find your point of focus. If you need a chair or the wall, go ahead and find that. It is okay. Remember, we're listening to our body. We're meeting ourselves where we are. If that right hip came up when you brought that knee up, go ahead and push it back down so that it meets the left hip. Find your point of focus. We're going to straighten that right leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take that right leg all the way back. Inhale the arms up for crescent lunge. Now, crescent lunge, your hands can be above your head or they can be on your hips. Crescent, we want to make sure that the knee is stacked on top of the ankle and that back leg is on the ball of the foot. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, opening up for warrior 2. So warrior 2, we opened up towards the long right side of the mat. That back foot came down onto the whole foot. But we're also at a 45-degree angle. I'm going to inhale and sweep the right arm up, coming back on that ball of that back foot for crescent. And we're going to come back to one leg Tadasana. Find your point of focus. Maybe come back to heart center. Release. Coming back to Tadasana. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale for cactus. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, place the hands. Step it back for down dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, we're going to step all the way back to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up for Tadasana. Hands come through heart center. We're going to take the weight over to the right foot. We're going to inhale the left leg up for one leg Tadasana. Find your point of focus. If that left hip came up, go ahead and push it back down. Find your focus, find your balance. Try not to grip the earth with your toes, but balance out the weight on the whole foot. Straighten that left leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take that left foot all the way back for crescent lunge. Get your crescent, set up. Inhale, grow tall through the hands. Exhale for cactus. Inhale, back up for crescent. Exhale for warrior 2. Find your warrior. Get comfortable in your warrior, as comfortable as you can. Inhale, scoop that left hand down and up for crescent. So that back foot came back on the ball of that foot. We're going to inhale, coming back up to the top of the mat for one leg Tadasana. Maybe coming back through heart center. Woo! Falling out. And release. Come back to Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale for cactus. Inhale for Tadasana. Exhale, swan dive back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, place the hands. Exhale, step it back for down dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, we're going to step all the way up for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up for Tadasana. Hands coming through heart center. We're going to inhale the right leg for one leg Tadasana. Straighten that leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it back for crescent. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, back through center. Exhale for warrior 2. Inhale for reverse warrior. Exhale for warrior 2. Inhale for extended side angle. Inhale for warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale for warrior 2. Inhale, extended. Exhale for warrior 2. One more round for reverse. Warrior 2. Extended side angle. Coming back up for warrior 2. If you have your blocks, maybe grab them, have them close by. We're going to straighten that left leg. We're going to maybe shorten our stance a bit, setting up for triangle pose. So inhale, reverse, and exhale, coming down to the mat or a block on the outside of that foot for a triangle pose. Pull that left hip back, straightening through that left leg. Opening up across the chest. Long line from fingertip to fingertip. going to bring the bend back to that left leg. Take that right arm, scoop all the way up for crescent. We're going to come to one leg Tadasana to the top of the mat. Release. Cactus. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Place the hands as you inhale, and as you exhale, step it back for down dog. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale, walk the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands come through heart center. Shift the weight over to the right leg. Inhale the left for one leg Tadasana. Find your balance. Whew. Straighten that left leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that left foot back for crescent lunge. Exhale for cactus. Inhale, back to crescent. Exhale for warrior 2. Find your warrior. Inhale for reverse. Exhale for warrior 2. Inhale for extended side angle. Exhale for warrior 2. 2 more rounds, just like that, to your own breath. Meet in warrior 2. Meet in warrior 2. We're going to straighten that right leg, maybe shorten the stance. Go ahead and grab your block, setting up for triangle pose. We're going to inhale for reverse and exhale, coming down for triangle pose. Bringing that right hip back in space for triangle pose. Straighten that right leg. Again, use your blocks to help you in whatever you need today. Don't force it, listen to the body. We're going to bring a bend back to the right leg. Scoop with the left, coming back up for crescent lunge. Take one more cactus. Come back through center. We're going to come towards the top of the mat for a one leg Tadasana. Whew. Maybe hands come to heart center. Release the foot back to the earth. Inhale the arms up. Exhale for cactus. Inhale back through center. Exhale swan dive for forward fold. Inhale halfway lift. Exhale fold. Inhale, place the hands. Exhale for down dog. Take a breath here in your down dog. If you need to take a child's pose, take a child's pose. We're going to set up for our half pigeon. So if half pigeon's in your practice, we're going to inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, bring that right shin to the top of the mat for half pigeon. If half pigeon is not in your practice, go ahead and find reclined pigeon on the back. So on the back, you bring the right ankle onto the left knee and bring a bind behind that knee, bringing the shin closer into the body. So if you're in half pigeon here, go ahead and grow tall through the crown of the head. And exhale, release down to the earth. If there is a lot of space and you're uncomfortable, you can always place a block underneath the sit bones or a bolster, a pillow, whatever you need. Head can come to a block. I like to use a block. Hand can come to your hands or the mat. Wherever you feel most comfortable. We're going to be here for about a minute or two, so make sure that you are in a place that you can really relax and release. We're going to slowly and intentionally come out of our half pigeon, setting our blocks or anything we use to the side. And you can either push your way back up to a down dog, or you can shift your way over to the right and swing that left leg around and come back into your down dog. Or just go straight into the left side. For half pigeon, wherever you are today is where you meet yourself. Communicating with ourselves on what we need today. Move straight into the left side. Make sure you set yourself up in a comfortable posture so that you can release into this moment. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, fold into that pigeon. Be here for about another minute or so. Slowly and intentionally, we're going to come back up. And this time, we're going to lean over to the left, swinging that right leg around to the top of the mat. We're going to find our way to the back body. I'm going to allow for yogi's choice. So whatever final pose or posture you want to take today, you go ahead and take that. It could be a twist. It could be happy baby. It could be bridge. It could be Shavasana. You can go ahead and head into your Shavasana if you would like to now. And I'm going to take happy baby just to stretch those hips out just one more time. And eventually come into Shavasana. Again, Shavasana does not have to look a certain type of way. You can take just the normal Shavasana corpse pose. You could find recline bound angle. You could find knee knock pose. Whichever you need today is what you take. Just find a posture that allows you to relax, release, and allow for the medicine to be absorbed into the body. The next time you hear my voice, it will be to guide you out of Shavasana. Begin to bring awareness back into the body. Slowly, maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes. Maybe bringing a smile to the face. Maybe take a full body stretch or a full body scrunch before making your way to one side of the body. Taking your time. Find your way to a seated position. Bringing your hands to heart center and taking a moment in gratitude for giving yourself this time and space to connect mind, body, and spirit. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you.